Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've posted, but it's mostly just been a construction zone back here in the backyard, and so I haven't been doing a whole lot, but hoping and wishing for the warm days when all of it was over and I could start planting. So I'm still in the dream stage mostly, but I did want to show you guys the updates so far. Our pool is finally done. I'm so excited. We have already swam in it a few times. I heated it up for New Year's, and we were all able to get in and have a great time. So far so good with everything. Our only thing we still have to do is our decking still needs to be repainted. They did one coat and it was just really wet all the time. The air was just dewy every morning, so the decking was not drying properly. So we have a lot of spots that need to be touched up, so they're just going to come and do a whole second coat. And so I also need to go ahead and add soil to our flower bed cutouts, and I need to add soil all back there. And then of course we still have sand here, so we are planning on getting all new grass, all right here, all down there, and then all right here will be new grass. Let me back up here. So all this will be new green grass. I'm planning on getting something called emerald zoysia. We currently have St. Augustine grass, which is what most everyone has in Houston. It's this grass that grows by runners, and it's a great grass for the South. It holds up well to heat and drought even. But the zoysia grass is a much softer, cushionier grass that just kind of, it's slow growing. And I'll post a link below from the website that we're buying it at, because he does really good videos explaining the differences in the grasses. But we decided to go with zoysia because it has a really pretty appearance. It's just that light, fluffy grass that you want to go run around and roll around in. And so I thought that would be really nice to have right here in front of the pool area, because when you come out of the house, you know, that's going to be kind of the first thing you see. And so then I also started a walkway from my back door here, so that way I can walk straight out to the garden area. And also I'm going to continue the stones to the left to make a pathway straight to the pool, and then it'll kind of Y out, one path to the garden, one path to the pool. So that way I don't have to walk in the grass, and I do plan on putting plants all the way out to the pathway. And I may even put a few plants right here, just to kind of like lead you into it. And so I even considered putting maybe a palm tree right here, something shorter, just to kind of like, I don't know, maybe lead the way towards the pool. I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it and see what works. But we need to move these rocks. These were our leftover rocks from the pool waterfall. So we have to move all these rocks so we can put the grass right here. So what I've done so far with the grass is we have to get rid of all the weeds that are here. So there's weeds all down here. And even this that I showed you, like, there's only a little tiny patch of actual grass. The rest of that is weeds. So I rounded it all up yesterday, and we're gonna let it sit for a few weeks, and we will clear the area. And when it's completely clear, we'll come back with compost and topsoil to level this out, make it all nice, have a good fresh start for the new zoysia grass. So that's the plan. Still have stuff in pots. We had a frost here a couple weeks ago. So some things, you know, got damaged, but that's all stuff that I can cut back. The alocasia, cannas, that was sweet potato vine that was kind of taken over here. So I'll just pull all that out. Some Roundup from yesterday. I don't love Roundup, obviously, but it needed to be completely cleared before we were able to start fresh. So it was either me hand digging all this out and with a shovel or using the Roundup, and I chose the easier method. So over here we have our 3 pots of the hardy hibiscus, that will come back this spring, hopefully. So some leftover frost cloth. All this is a garden of weeds, and I plan on working on that this week, pulling all the weeds, getting my beds with a fresh start for spring. I'm gonna post a picture up right now of what my plan is for this area as far as plants. It's a grandiose idea of what I want this to look like, but I really do think that within a year or two, this plan will come to fruition. I have looked at a million different Pinterest pictures and websites and ideas, and just from my own experiences with my different tropical plants, I think that we can really make this happen. So right now, I kind of have a clean slate back here. I have my variegated ginger that's all in pots, so I have to kind of decide where I want that, and I'm kind of playing around with where I have the pots right now. My plan for behind the rocks is to put a pot, let me show you back there, because I kind of want to try to hide the front of that slide as much as possible from my back porch. So back here, see, this is my view. So seeing the waterfall is wonderful, but seeing this tall slide is not so much. So I'm gonna put a pot that's about as tall as the waterfall, a little bit lower. And I'm gonna put probably banana trees in it, because the banana trees are gonna grow quickly and tall. So I will probably have to kind of, pull it this way once they get super tall, because I don't want the kids to have to be going through the jungle to get through the slide, but maybe that'll be fun. We'll kind of have to play it by ear, but I plan on putting it on wheels so I can kind of slide it back and forth. Also, the wheels will be nice so I can slide it to clean really good underneath wherever it's gonna sit, because that's one of the biggest negatives about this cool decking, or any concrete for that matter, is it stains really bad with any plants that you have on it, any pots. So you always want to make sure that you have it lifted up off the concrete, at least some airflow underneath it, but also so the water can kind of drain underneath and it doesn't just sit there underneath the pot staining your concrete. So I'll have it up on some wheelie feet, and I will often come and spray it down underneath so it won't stain too bad. And then all of this area here will get soil and plants. I plan on doing some banana trees, my white bird of paradise that I have, that'll grow really tall. I've been looking at different plants online to kind of see what'll grow tall and pretty and tropical. So that'll be exciting as we kind of work that out. We will be moving our hot tub right here where the table is. We were doing homeschooling out here. So our hot tub will be here, and we're gonna build a covering so you won't see any of that pool equipment anymore. And above the hot tub, we're gonna have someone come and build kind of like a palapa, if you know what that is, kind of like a Hawaiian tiki hut looking roof off of our back porch here. And if you've ever seen the Disney's Polynesian, then you'll know what I'm talking about, but my husband really kind of wants it to look like the Polynesian. So I'll put a picture up of what he kind of drew up of this area. We really want a tiki vibe going on back here. So, and here, so this is our hot tub that we'll have moved, well, we're gonna move it back there, and then we'll set up this whole area to be a tiki area. And that's our pool equipment, big and ugly. So my husband's gonna build something else right here to cover this whole area, so you won't see any of that. So right now I am going through my plants that were in the garage and moving things out. and watering things. This is my coleus that I just cut off to propagate. I have 4 cupfuls of this coleus that I think it's like lemon lime kind of. It turns yellow in the sun. Doesn't look anything like this in the sun. But I had 2 giant plants and I cut those down to overwinter them. And so since I had to cut them down, I had to cut off so much, so I decided to propagate some. So those will all be new plants. And then I have some of my elephant ear, different colocaceas here under the grow light, just for the winter, banana tree, and some succulents and such that I'm gonna keep in here. This is a white bird of paradise that the pot's just so big I don't want to keep moving it in and out, so I just set up my grow lights to give that bird of paradise plenty of light because it is sending out a new shoot and I just want it to be able to go out into the landscape. So that's it so far. I hope you guys are doing well and maybe doing some houseplants during the winter. I know I am doing some of that inside and starting seeds here pretty soon for the spring garden. But as of now, I hope you're inspired to go plant today or dream about planting tomorrow. And I will keep you updated through this whole process, and I can't wait to bring you along. Have a great day.